We are your official Wildcat and Ladycat station, KSST 1230 AM, Sulphur Springs. It's time for Ladycat basketball. Let's go to the high school gym where today's game is called by KSST Sports Director Don Julia. Don?
James, Terry, thank you very much. Welcome everyone into the main gym on the campus Sulphur Springs High School. And school's out this week, and so the JV teams decided they would just enjoy a little bit more time on the court. We had a long JV game. It was kind of a long game in general, but then it went into overtime where the Ladycats JV defeated Liberty Eylau's JV by the score of 49-45. Game that was over just a few minutes ago. They put a 10-minute warm-up clock down there, and the teams are shooting their warm-up shots right now. Non-district game. In fact, the Lady Leopards, Liberty Eylau, a Class 4A team, and they come in with a fine record of 3 wins and 1 loss. And they had an oddity in their last game they were supposed to play against Atlanta. The lights went out, and I think that was during a sub-varsity game, and anyway, they never could apparently get them back on, so their varsity game was canceled by power outage. So how strange is that? But Liberty Eylau comes in with a 3-1 record, their only loss on the season. A real close ball game with, I'm sure, what is an arch rival there in Texarkana, and that would be Texas High. So they played Texas High, a fine game, but just came up short. Lady Cats' record is 3-4, and in the what have you done for me lately category, the Lady Cats have won the last 2, so that's a good trend, including their last ball game Friday over in Paris against former coach Jeff Chapman and his Paris Lady Wildcats, and the Lady Cats won that one 57-44. And so the teams are in the bench areas right now, and I'm not sure what kind of pregame that we might have today. That may be quite limited on the holiday here. We're kind of on a skeleton crew. Ms. Frazier is keeping the book again today. That is her regular job over there at scores table. And I'm not sure who's doing the clock today. But there's a young lady over there that's handling that as well. So we're all covered. We've got, and again, it surprised me when I saw 3 striped shirts. We're going to have a 3 official crew. Well, somebody's got a microphone, and I'm going to start with our national anthem. Well, let's see if we get some introductions here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sulphur Springs High School. We have a great game today. Matchup between Liberty Eylau, Lady Leopards, and your Lady Cats.
Mike Lamb with a microphone.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introduce today's starting lineups. First, for the Lady Leopards, starting at point guard, number 1, senior Aaliyah Power. Starting at post, number 0, junior Brianna Webster. Starting at guard, number 12, Janiyah Sanders. Starting at guard, number 10, junior Tamara Norris. Starting at post, number 14, senior Decoria Meadows. The Lady Leopards are coached by head coach Aquanetta Watson and assisted by Marcus Frank. And now, for your starting Lady Cats, here we go. Starting at guard, number 2, freshman Addison Wall. Starting at guard, number 11, senior Kate Womack. Starting at guard, number 12, freshman Serenity Lewis. Starting at post, number 13, junior Nyla Lindley. And starting at point guard, number 20, freshman Kinsey Willis. The Lady Cats are coached by head coach Brittany Tisdale and assisted by Katie Webster and Brian Jones.
So Mike Lamb with the introductions. I've never heard him do that before, but hey, it is Thanksgiving week, and we're always glad for all the help we can get in this one. We want to really say a big thank you to Aquanetta Watson, the head coach for Liberty Eylau, and also her assistant LaMarcus Franklin, and everybody over there, including their AD, a good friend of Sulphur Springs, Clint King, their AD and head football coach. They have allowed the live streaming today of this ball game, and they've also allowed it to be posted to YouTube once we have the game finished. And Kate Womack is going to jump center against Liberty Eylau, and Liberty Eylau controls the tap as it was controlled there by Decoria Meadows. And here come the Lady Leopards as they're outside the arc. Meadows has it, gets it over to Webster, and back outside the arc. Continue to look inside, and the ball continuing to be passed around the arc. Inside, and then a traveling violation called as the ball came in to Decoria Meadows. Pretty good size Liberty Eylau lineup. All of them look about up there around 5'11" or so. And they're pressing on the Lady Cats now, and Kate Womack gets it over to Lewis, to Wall, and down the court to, they got it underneath to Willis. She hit the layup and got fouled. Kinsey Willis hit the layup. The Lady Cats doing a good job of breaking the press. And Nyla Lindley with a nice entry pass to Willis, who got fouled. And so Kinsey Willis with a free throw coming for the Lady Cats. It's on the way and good. Lady Cats up 3-0. Ball in the hands of Aaliyah Howard. She gets it over to Sanders. Now to Webster. Over to Meadows. Howard thought about the three. Here's a three by Liberty Eylau. It hit the side of the backboard. Fight for the rebound. Wall had it. Lost down on the floor. Picked up by Lewis in the hands of Willis, and she comes across the midline. Lady Cats lead 3-0. 6:52 left here in the first quarter. Just getting underway here from the main gym, Sulphur Springs High School. Lewis passes down low toward Nyla Lindley. Here's a three by Kate Womack. It misses and rebounded by the Lady Leopards. They put it in the hands of Howard, and she races down the court. Howard puts up a shot and hit it off the glass. Aaliyah Howard, and makes it a 3-2 ball game here in the first quarter. 6:25 left in the first quarter. Lewis in the backcourt. Got it over to Wall. And she goes around the screen, got it across the midline, got it over to Kate Womack, and over to Kinsey Willis. And she'll set the Lady Cats offense. Willis drives toward the basket into the corner to Lewis. Outside Kate Womack, down low, Nyla Lindley. Oh, she shuffled the feet. Well, no, I take that back. Hold on here. We got a foul called. And that one is going to be against Brianna Webster. So a non-shooting foul. That's the second foul on the Lady Leopards. Kate Womack to trigger in for the Lady Cats. They lead 3-2. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Willis a three. Oh, in and out of there, no good. The rebound comes down to Lewis. She just missed the shot, but picked up yet another foul on the Lady Leopards. And that is the second foul, at least, on Brianna Webster. That fist. Show the fist to the scores table. That's 0. Lewis with free throws. The first one on the way. Got it. Rattled around a little bit, but went in. Lewis with another free throw to come. Substitution out is Webster, and now in for Liberty Eylau is Hurd, Maya Hurd. And Lewis got both free throws, and the Lady Cats leading 5-2. 5:51 left here in the first quarter. Here's a three by Liberty Eylau, off, no good. Rebound comes down Nyla Lindley. Kate Womack and gets it over to Willis. Kenzie Willis across the midline. Oh boy, a tight foul there called on Liberty Eylau, and that one was on Decoria Meadows. So Liberty Eylau picking up 4 quick fouls here in the first, just 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Comes into Kenzie Willis. Lady Cats leading 5-2. 5:37 left, first quarter. Willis still outside the arc, into the lane. Nyla Lindley puts up the shot, missed it, no good. Rebound comes down, stolen away by Lewis. Missed the follow shot. Lewis another follow shot, missed that one, and the rebound comes down to Meadows. And into the hands of Howard, and she's down the court quickly. Player driving in and kicking back to the outside. Back in the hands of Howard. And Howard penetrates in, put up the shot. She missed the shot, but picked up a foul on the Lady Cats. 2 shots coming, and the foul is on Kate Womack, her first. First foul on the Lady Cats. And Howard to shoot a pair here. Can trim the lead down to 1. Free throw on the way, good. Howard has all 3 of the Liberty Eylau's points. And she'll have another one coming here. Free throw on the way. That one missed. No good. The rebound, Liberty Eylau. The follow shot, no good, but a foul on Nyla Lindley. That'll be her first. Second on the Lady Cats. Boy, I don't know if anybody will survive to the end. This is a tightly called contest here at the beginning. Lots of fouls. 6 already in the first 3 minutes of this ball game. That's 2 fouls a minute. Do the quick math. Free throw off the iron, no good by Tamara Norris. And she'll have another. A chance to trim the lead to 1. Another free throw, in and out, no good. Good rebound there by Lewis. She does the dirty work. Here's a long pass to a wide open Wall. Lets players go by and lays it up and in. Nice play there by Addison Wall. The Lady Cats leading 7-3. 4:48 left here in the first quarter. Here's Robb with a 3, and it's off the iron, no good. And the rebound was taken by Willis, and then she was tied up. The possession arrow will go to the Lady Cats. So Liberty Eylau pressing all over the floor here. And Kate Womack into Nyla Lindley, back to Kate. Down to Lewis. Pass is in. Oh, it went through Liberty Eylau to Nyla Lindley. Willis just inside the arc, no good. Rebound, Wall, follow shot, no good. And the rebound is taken down by Liberty Eylau. A long pass. Can they catch it? No, they cannot save it. It was Howard with a long pass, and Norris could not save it. So a turnover on Liberty Eylau. Lady Cats leading 7-3. 4:22 left here in the first quarter from Sulphur Springs, Texas. And Kate Womack triggers into Serenity Lewis. And Lewis will drive across the midline. Gets it, over, stolen away by Liberty Eylau. Drive to the bucket. Oh, she got a hand check foul, and the ball was laid in by Decoria Meadows as Lewis got a hand check foul. And again, a tightly called ball game here. And Meadows will have a free throw. The Lady Cats leading 7-5 as I watch Wildcats basketball player Grayson McClure down below coming in. Missed free throw. The Lady Cats get the rebound. Willis has it in the backcourt. Lady Cats leading 7-5. Just over 4 to play in the first quarter. Ball over to Kate Womack outside the arc. Gets it back to Kinsey Willis, top of the key. Willis toward the free throw line over to Kate Womack. They're leaving her open for a possible three. She's tried one. Over to Wall in the corner. She drives in. Her pass was blocked and knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lady Cats. 3:47 left here in the first quarter. The Lady Cats 7 and the Liberty Eylau 5. Substitution for LE. This is Kayla Crabtree, and she will come in for Tamara Norris. Here's a shot for Lewis outside, no good. Rebound Liberty Eylau. Taken down by Howard. Howard across the midline on the dribble. Gets it over to Crabtree. She'll shoot the long three. It's in and out, no good, but a LE rebound, follow shot, no good. And the rebound to Nyla Lindley. Outlet pass to Kate Womack. Down the court to Lewis. Lewis down to Wall. She'll shoot just inside the arc, and Wall swished it home. She continues hot. She had 23 Friday night against Paris. Has 4 in this game. Lady Cats leading 9-5. 3:13 left here in the first quarter. Crabtree into the lane. Shot put up and hit by Decoria Meadows. She's got 4 points. It's a 9-7 ball game. Lady Cats up by 2. Willis has it across the midline. And Willis outside. On the dribble, drives toward the lane. Got it in the corner. Here's a three on the way. Oh, a miss, but Nyla Lindley, follow shot, no good. And the rebound to Hurd of Liberty Eylau. And they put it in the hands of Howard. Howard all the way down, hit the layup, and we're tied. Howard has 5 points. Timeout taken by Brittany Tisdale. 2:36 left here in the first quarter. And it is a tie at 9 each. The Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs and Liberty Eylau. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, I've spied 4 former Lady Cats that are in attendance here today. 2 of them go way back. Destiny Wade, Coach Chapman's first post, played for him for 4 years, is in the building. She's now teaching over in the Richardson ISD and doing a little coaching over there as well. Danielle Godbolt from last year's team is here, along with Terrella Kelly, and also Ashanti Ivory she goes back at least to Coach Tina Carrillo. Lady Cats being pressed in the backcourt in this 9-9 tie. The ball comes in to Nyla Lindley. Lindley over to Breasia Ivory, who's now in the ball game. Into the corner, it goes to Lewis, and back outside to Ivory. Top of the key to Willis. Willis on the dribble. Keeps that dribble alive, stops now, and gives it over to Serenity Lewis. Ball almost pried loose, is pried loose, and here comes LE on the fast break. They will put up the layup. They wave it off on a traveling violation. Cancels the basket by Aaliyah Howard, 5'6" senior. So we remain tied at 9 with 2:11 left here in the first quarter. Wall having trouble getting in. Now she gets it, bounces it into Willis. Willis working in the backcourt. And now we'll work across the midline. Spinning a little bit. Almost stolen from her. Gets it over to Breasia Ivory. Bree, they like to call her. To Kinsey Willis. And top of the key, Nyla Lindley. Over to Breasia on the right side. Across court, just got through. Taken by Willis, drives in, the ball right down to the floor, and we have a jump ball between Wall and Robb of Liberty Eylau. Possession arrow to the Lady Leopards, so we're tied at 9, 1:38 left in the first quarter, and here come the Lady Leopards. Howard across the midline, right side it goes to Crabtree. Back out to Crabtree. Here's lobbed inside. Good catch. A shot put up and hit off the glass by Maya Hurd, her first basket. And Liberty Eylau leads 11-9. 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Willis in the backcourt. Down court it comes Ivory. Ivory slashes into the lane. Put it up. Missed the shot, but I believe drew the foul. Yes, Breasia Ivory will shoot a pair. And the foul is on Tamara Norris. I didn't realize she had snuck back in there, so that's her. I show her first. I missed a foul somewhere, though. Breasia Ivory to shoot 2. left-handed shooter, and the first one, nothing but net. Nice form by Breasia. As Kate Womack checks back in, replacing Serenity Lewis. Bree with another free throw coming here. Left-handed shot is good. Bree cans a pair, and we're tied at 11 with 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Howard across the midline for the Lady Leopards. Howard penetrates in, kicks off, ball over to Meadows. Meadows shoots just inside the arc, missed it. Rebound, Nyla Lindley. She's quickly double teamed, gets it over to Willis. Willis driving against tight pressure and picked up a foul on Tanner Robb, 5'6" senior. I show that to be her first foul. So Wall will trigger in for the Lady Cats. She's got an open Willis and gets it into her. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. We're tied at 11. Willis across the midline. They double teamed her. Watch out from behind. It was almost stolen there by Howard, and then Howard hit that fence over on the side pretty hard, or that actually was Crabtree. That was Crabtree on the near steal. She bounced right back, so it looked like she's all right. Willis outside the arc. 38 seconds left during the first quarter. And Willis dribbling around the arc. Top of the key, Nyla Lindley. Passes inside, Kate Womack. Shot partially blocked. Taken down by Crabtree. 26 seconds left for Liberty Eylau. They get it over to Robb and then to Howard. 20 seconds. We're tied at 11 in the first quarter. Howard outside the arc. Gets it over to Robb, and around it comes to Crabtree. She penetrates in, puts up the shot. Did not draw the foul call, but they're going to say the Lady Cats did knock it out of bounds. So 9.5 seconds left in the first quarter. And a pass in now from Hurd. Gets it into Robb. Thought about the three. Moves inside the arc and hit the shot. Liberty Eylau leads 13-11. And that's just about going to do it here. There's the horn ending the first quarter. So a fairly even first quarter, but Liberty Eylau converting that shot just in the last 10 or 20 seconds, something like that. And we played one, and the Liberty Eylau Lady Leopards are leading the Lady Cats by the score of 13-11. We'll take the break here. We'll come back with the start of the second quarter right after this break. And getting ready for the start of the second quarter, the Lady Cats were led in the first quarter by Addison Wall, who scored 4. Kinsey Willis had 3, Serenity Lewis 2, and Breasia Ivory had 2. For Liberty Eylau, they've got the game's high score right now. Aaliyah Howard had 5. Decoria Meadows had 4, and 2 points for Maya Hurd and also Tanner Robb, and it was Robb's 2-point basket that gave them the 13-11 lead that they have right now. Wall throws in to Willis. We start the second quarter. Lady Cats trailing again, 13-11. Ball pass to Wall outside the arc. Hit 4 3-pointers the other night. Breasia Ivory into the lane, puts up the shot, partially blocked, and they funnel it back out. Here's Wall with a 3, and that's going to miss, and a skying rebound there by Howard. She races down the court. Races into the lane, and then the ball knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty Eylau with those maroon uniforms. White numerals. Lady Cats, this is for the radio audience. The streaming audience can tell all that. Lady Cats in white. Here's a Liberty Eylau shot on the inbound pass. They miss. And the rebound to Kinsey Willis. She's being double teamed in the backcourt. She bounced it off of Liberty Eylau's shoe, but she's going to have to hurry now. She's going to get caught by 10 seconds. She just got across the midline. The ball knocked loose, stolen by Robb. Long pass down to Howard. She corrals it, got an open 7-footer miss, but a good Liberty Eylau rebound. Very athletic by Maya Hurd. And a foul on the Lady Cats on the follow shot. And the foul is on Breasia Ivory. And that would be her first. Two free throws coming for Hurd, a 5'9" freshman, very athletic, good rebounder, and swish the free throw home. She's got 3 points. And a 3-point Liberty Eylau lead at 14-11. And Maya Hurd with another free throw coming. And this one's up and off the front iron, no good. Willis with a rebound, but knocked away and stolen. Robb will turn and shoot the three. It's off the iron. And the ball is thrown back in. Liberty Eylau to Breasia Ivory. She tracks toward the basket and threw it, but intercepted by Liberty Eylau. Very athletic Howard jumping and intercepting that pass. So Howard now will set the Lady Leopards offense. Gets it over to Hurd. To Robb. Robb outside the arc. Now will come inside. Drives along the baseline. Put up a shot short. And the rebound tipped outside. Liberty Eylau, a follow shot, no good. And still scrapping for the rebound. And a two-shot foul. And it's on a Ladycat. And that foul was on Kenzie Willis. Her first. Looked like, well, anyway, free throws coming. And the free throw on the way is off, no good. Another one coming for Decoria Meadows. Substitutions for both teams. In for Liberty Eylau now is Sharon Cooper. And Lewis is back in for the Lady Cats, replacing Wall. This free throw in and out, no good. Rebound, Nyla Lindley gets it to Willis. Lady Cats down 14-11. They bring the ball down over to Kate Womack. Fires it over to Serenity Lewis. Down to Nyla Lindley, who lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by Lewis. And Lindley doing a good job of getting open. And the Lady Cats trim the lead to 14-13. 6:10 left here in the second quarter. Crabtree, inside it goes. Shot put up off the glass. Nice move by Hurd. And Hurd now has 5 points. And the lead back to 3 at 16-13 with just under 6 to play here in the second quarter. Down to Lindley and over to Wall, who's quickly back in. Willis to Kate Womack for the three. It's good. Oh, they said a 2. Okay, let me correct that. Said Kate's big toe was across the line. She got a 2-point basket. And the lead is trimmed to 1 at 16-15. Top of the key. And here's a drive in by Howard. Puts the shot up and drew the foul. She drew the contact, forced the contact, and that foul again on Kenzie Willis. I believe that's her second. I don't know. Like I say, we've had a lot of fouls called in this one. This is free throw on the way. Good. Hit by Howard, who now has 6 points. And out for Liberty Eylau is Meadows, and now in again, or Janiyah Sanders is in. Another free throw on the way. Got them both. Howard now has 7 points. Liberty Eylau by 3, 18-15. Kate Womack across the midline. Gets it over to Breasia Ivory. And back to Kate Womack. Outside the arc. Looking inside. And gets it over to Addison Wall. Wall got it over to Womack, and it's going to end up in the backcourt. It went, the pass went off of Womack and then went into the backcourt. And here's Liberty Eylau. They quickly started in. The official had not blessed the basketball or whatever they do. They have to say that they're ready because, boy, they were fixing to have an advantage there. And timeout taken on the court. 5:09 left in the second quarter. Liberty Eylau 18, the Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs 15. Let's take the break with them. Back in a moment. Just about ready to get back to play here. And Liberty Eylau 18, the Lady Cats 15 as we play here in the early part of the second quarter. Liberty Eylau a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter, and they've extended it out to 3 now. So they've outscored the Lady Cats here 5-4. Pass comes in to Aaliyah Howard. She gets it over to Hurd. Hurd a 3, and it's off, no good. Fight for the rebound. Liberty Eylau follow shot, no good. And then Nyla Lindley gets the ball. Gets it over to Lewis and to Womack in the backcourt. Womack passes to Breasia Ivory. Ivory started in, now backs almost to midcourt. Gives it over to Kate Womack. Womack to Serenity Lewis. And now down to the baseline to Nyla Lindley. Back to Breasia Ivory. Kate Womack again behind the arc. She throws it inside Lewis. Lewis, call for a travel. So it'll go back to Liberty Eylau, where she was double, or they were fixing to make it a triple team. But she was doubled. And now Liberty Eylau, here's a 10-footer on the way. It's off, no good. Good rebound by Lewis. And gets it over to Kate Womack. Long pass, just got it past Howard. Wall drives in, missed the layup, but a follow shot. Nyla Lindley is good for the Lady Cats. Trims the lead to 1. It's 18-17. 4:05 to play in the second quarter. Howard with the ball over to Robb, who's back in. Gives it over. Crabtree shoots the 3. It's off the iron, no good. Comes down to Nyla Lindley. Lindley across the midline. Ball knocked off of her, but she races down to pick it up. Got it over to Breasia Ivory. Goes around to Kate Womack. Down low, Lewis. She put up the shot, hit it off the glass, and was fouled. Good shot by Serenity Lewis. And they count the bucket and one shot coming on the Liberty Eylau foul, and I did not see who that was on. A couple more players coming in for LE. We've seen both of these. Norris is back, and so is Meadows. And they will replace Hurd and also Sanders. Lewis with a chance to make a 2-point lead. Missed the free throw. Breasia Ivory with the rebound. Takes it into the corner. Gets it out to Wall. Wall across to Womack outside the arc. And Womack into the corner. Nyla Lindley out to Wall. Wall driving into the lane. Stops. Puts up the shot. It hit the iron. And Robb with the rebound. Here comes Liberty Eylau trailing 19-18. 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Crabtree inside it goes. Shot put up. Missed the shot. Traveling violation called on Decoria Meadows. So we'll go back to the Lady Cats with 3:14 left here in the second quarter. Lady Cats 19 and Liberty Eylau 18. Very tight ball game. Nyla Lindley gives it to Womack and over to Wall. Wall drives in. Bounce pass, a beauty, and it's laid up and in by Serenity Lewis. Beautiful assist by Wall. Lady Cats up 21-18, just under 3 to play. Here's a long 3. It's off the iron, no good. That was taken by Howard. Lady Cats got the rebound, and then as they brought the ball down, call for a travel. Lady Cat tried to put on the brakes, and going to have to get those brakes fixed. Little shuffling of the feet there, trying to put on the brakes under some pressure on after the rebound. Ball comes into Howard. Left side to Robb. Cross court it goes to Norris. A long shot off the iron and scooped up by Serenity Lewis, and a good outlet pass to Breasia Ivory, who had a real high, tall bounce, but she got it back. Throws it toward Nyla Lindley. Stolen by LE. And they run the fast break 2-on-1. Player drives in and hit the bucket. Again, that nice finish by Hurd, who has 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game, and they have a 1-point game. Oh, Breasia Ivory brought the ball down, and then the ball was stolen. And then a foul was called. Holy cow. So a foul, I think, on Wall that time. My goodness. That's her first, and it's going to result in foul shots. I didn't think she was remotely near that play, but close enough for the official to say a blocking foul. So Robb with free throws. This is Tanner Robb, the 5'6" senior. A chance to put LE ahead with a couple of free throws. Got the first one. She has 3 points. We're tied at 21. 2:50 left here in the second quarter. Robb with another free throw. 7 fouls for each team here in the first half. Robb free throw on the way is off, no good. Rebound Lewis. Gets it in the hands of Womack. Womack stops, gets it over to Nyla Lindley. Lindley driving toward the basket, into the corner. Ivory a 3 that misses. A follow shot is good by Serenity Lewis, and she picked up another foul. She's done that a couple of times. And Lewis 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. She's had a good quarter. And the Lady Cats back up 23-21. Lewis will shoot 1. And the right-handed free throw good, nothing but net. Lewis has 9 points. Lady Cats leading 24-21, 2:38 left in the second quarter. And now the Lady Cats set back up in defense, and here comes Liberty Eylau. Howard across the midline with the ball into the left corner. Crabtree, inside it goes. Oh, nobody guarding her, and she laid it up and in. Tamara Norris with the 2 points. And she was wide open. And we're tied at 23. Breasia Ivory with a long pass, and it'll sail over everybody and go into the LE bench. Turnover on the Lady Cats, back to Liberty Eylau. 2:17 left here in the second quarter, and Lady Cats leading 24-23. Ball comes inside, stolen by Kate Womack. She started down the court and got called for traveling. And somehow, I'm not adding up. This is going to be a nightmare today. Here's Liberty Eylau to throw the ball in. They put up a shot, and it's good. Basket made by Decoria Meadows. Lady Cats in the back court. Liberty Eylau leads 25-24, and there's a bad pass in the back court, a turnover on the Lady Cats. Well, Liberty Eylau's points add up. It's the Lady Cats I'm having trouble with, I think. No, I'm right where I need to be. There's the ball almost knocked in the backcourt. Liberty Eylau retrieves. They've got it back in the hands of Howard now. She works it over to Norris. Back to Norris as he passed off and got it back and laid it up and in. 4 points for Tamara Norris. And Liberty Eylau a 3-point lead, 27-24. Kate Womack in the back corridor. The ball is stolen away, Liberty Eylau. And here's a shot from the free throw line. It's up and off, no good. Liberty Eylau rebound, follow shot, no good. Kate Womack with a good rebound. Kate, long pass, good catch by Lewis, and she lays it up and in. That was not an easy catch. Good play by Lewis, who's having all kinds of points in this quarter. Liberty Eylau leads 27-26, 1:08 left here in the second quarter. Ball in the hands of Howard. And over to Crabtree. Right side it goes. Robb the three. That'll come up short. And Nyla Lindley's got the rebound. Outlet to Kate Womack. Across the midline for Kate. Kate heading down toward the basket. Tried to lay it up and in. Shot blocked. And Robb chases it down. But a long pass. And it's going to be caught by Liberty Eylau. They throw it back in right to Wall. Wall and wide open is Lewis on the other end. She made contact and put it up and in. A lot of contact, but no call on that one. And the Lady Cats are up 28-27. 31 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ball in the hands of Howard over to Crabtree. Crabtree looking inside. Now cross court to Robb. Robb over to Howard. Howard thought about the three. Back to Robb. She'll shoot another three, and it's off. No good. Rebound Liberty Eylau. Crabtree lost it on the floor. It's down on the floor. Still down on the floor. Looked like a jump ball with possession. Liberty Eylau with 5.4 seconds remaining. And I hope nobody hit knees or something down there as they both come up. Robb is trying to shake it off. Look like she'll be okay, perhaps. She and Wall were down there together. And now the throw in for Liberty Eylau. They lob in, a tip one stolen by the Lady Cats. Breasia Ivory, just 2 seconds remaining, and she'll dribble it out. And that's halftime, and the Lady Cats have surged into the lead by the score of 28-27. Total of 17 second half points for the Lady Cats after 11 in the first quarter. And Liberty Eylau, after 13 in the first quarter, had 14 in the second quarter. And so the Lady Cats lead at the half by the score of 28-27. So anybody's game, and we've got another half to go as teams hit the locker rooms for halftime. And we'll take a break. We'll come back with some halftime for you. We'll tell you who scored what. That'll be the first thing we'll do, and have more for you. But first, let's take a break as the Lady Cats lead at the half over Liberty Eylau with a score 28-27. Back in a moment. And ready to start the second half now. Kate Womack triggers in to Kinsey Willis And we're underway with Lady Cats leading 28-27 as we start the third quarter. Ball over to Addison Wall. Bounces inside Lindley, and a pass stolen by Liberty Eylau. Robb has it, driving down the court. Ball over. Here's a three on the way, and it's off. No good. Scrap for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Leopards. It'll be back to the Lady Cats. And Serenity Lewis will pass in for the Lady Cats. 7:38 left here in the third quarter. Lady Cats still lead 28-27. Into Willis and back to Serenity Lewis and back to Willis. Long pass down to Nyla Lindley is stolen, and Liberty Eylau manages to keep the ball from going out of bounds. Work down to Hurd. And round Robb thought about the three, now penetrates inside the arc into the corner. Comes back outside to Howard. Here's a jump shot on the way, and it's good, just inside the arc. That was made by Meadows, and Liberty Eylau now up 29-28. 7:02 left here in the third quarter. Willis back to Lewis and down to Wall. Wall dribbling, gets it to Lewis, and they're around the arc now to Willis. Willis dribbles to the top of the key. Gives it off to Wall. And left side it comes Kate Womack. Womack drives and dishes off to Willis. Willis driving into the lane. Ball was pried loose. Then Willis took a tumble there after some contact, but that was post foul. And the foul's going to be on Webster. And I show that, boy, she has really picked up the fouls. I show at least 3 on her. And she will quickly check back out. And coming back in for Liberty Eylau now. Or actually, this is a first appearance by Ebony Rockmore. Ball comes out to Lewis. Her jump shot is short, but rebounded Lindley. Follow shot no good, but she picked up the foul. 2-shot foul, and it's going to be on Rockmore. Or Roquemore. R-O-Q-U-E, Moore. It's Roquemore. Free throws coming, Nyla Lindley. And this free throw is in and out, no good. Lindley will get another. She had 4 points in the first half on a couple of baskets in the second quarter. And another free throw coming with a chance to knot this game again during the early part of the third quarter. This free throw in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Meadows. And she gets it to Howard. Howard across the midline. Liberty Eylau leading 29-28. 6:25 left, third quarter. Robb will shoot the three. It's good. She splashed it home. She just doubled her point total. Went from 3 to 6. And Liberty Eylau with a 4-point lead now, 32-28. Lady Cats still working against the pressure in the backcourt. Wall. And got it just over to Willis. Willis drives in. Went over into the corner. Nyla Lindley stolen by L.E. Boy, they've got quick hands. And here comes a player slashing down Howard, and she hit the driving layup. Has 9 points. And the lead up to 6 points. And Brittany Tisdale says, okay, timeout. Lady Cats have started slow here in the third quarter, have not put up a point, while Liberty Eylau has managed 7. So timeout taken here. In the third quarter, and Liberty Eylau leads 34-28. Back in a moment. And in the third quarter here, and as we mentioned, Liberty Eylau has scored the first 7 points here in the quarter and taken a 1-point deficit and made a 6-point lead out of it. Lady Cats will have the ball in the backcourt, and as we've seen all game long, this continuous full court pressure by the Lady Leopards. Always a school full of athletes. Reason the Wildcats football team scrimmages them every year. They're going to scrimmage against great athletes. And here's a Liberty Eylau steal. The shot put up and just missed. But a foul on Lewis. I believe that's at least her second. And free throws coming now for Meadows. Meadows has 8 in the game. She has not shot a free throw that I know of. I don't have a record of that. Here's a free throw off the front iron. No good. She'll get another. Breasia Ivory checks in for Addison Wall. Another free throw coming from Meadows. This one's up and off, no good. Fight for the rebound, and out of bounds off Liberty Eylau. Be back to the Lady Cats. Liberty Eylau leads by 6, 34-28. 5:36 left here in the third quarter. Kate Womack gets the ball into Nyla Lindley and back to Kate and over to Serenity Lewis. Back to Kate Womack. Long pass down to Nyla Lindley. Lindley started in, had it knocked away. Gets it over to Breasia Ivory. 3 by Kate Womack. Good! Kate Womack nails a 3. She has 5 points. She just missed another 3. They said she was just over the line on her first one. Robb will now try to answer the 3. That's off, no good, but a rebound, Liberty Eylau. They work it back out to Robb. And her bounce pass to Howard. Liberty Eilau's lead down to 3, 34-31. Just under 5 to play third quarter. Into the lane, shot, free throw line, off, no good. And the rebound to Nyla Lindley in the mob down there. And then the ball funneled out of bounds, and they'll say the Lady Cats threw it away without any help. So it'll go back to the Maroon gang here from Liberty Eylau. And a throw in now by Hurd, and she gets it into Howard. Over to Robb in the corner. Ball comes inside, and we have a jump ball. Kenzie Willis tied up Liberty Eilau's Tamra Norris. A possession arrow to the Lady Leopards, so they will keep possession underneath their own basket. They lead 34-31, 4:41 left in the third quarter. Howard. Here's a long 3 by Liberty Eylau. Off the iron, no good, and then went off of Nyla Lindley, who could not corral the rebound. Norris took that long shot, and now Robb will throw in for LE and triggers it in. Comes all the way back out to Howard, into the corner to Robb, penetrates in. Shot from the free throw line, in and out, no good. Good rebound, Kate Womack. Kate quickly down the court, stops before she gets to midcourt. Got it over to Willis, across the midline. Lady Cats down by 3, 34-31. 4:14 left third quarter. Ball inside, good pass to Lewis. And she had her shot blocked. Good job by Liberty Eylau to block that shot and not pick up a foul. But back to the Lady Cats after the ball blocked out of bounds. Kate Womack will trigger in for the Lady Cats. And it goes all the way out. Kenzie Willis will shoot the 3. That's off, no good. Rebound comes down to Hurd. Long pass down the court to Robb. She caught up with it. Bounces it back to Howard. And Howard, top of the key, running the offense. Left side it goes over to Hurd. Hurd passes inside, free throw line, and back to Robb. Launches another 3. That'll miss and go out of bounds. It'll be back to the Lady Cats. 3:46 left here in the third quarter. And the Lady Cats trailing 34-31. They have the ball. Oh, it's stolen by Liberty Eylau. Here's a shot put up and hit after the turnover on the Lady Cats. 10 points for Decoria Meadows. And Liberty Eylau back up by 5 now, 36-31. Ball to Kenzie Willis. Bounces to Nyla Lindley. Down low to Lewis, wide open. She put it up and in, and then got fouled by a flying Liberty Eylau player. And that's going to be Norris. At least 2 on her. Lewis made the basket. She's got 15 points in the game. Will shoot a free throw. A chance to trim the lead to 2. Lewis 1 for 1. I have her, 3 for 3 in the ball game. Good free throw shooting, and she missed that one. I put the jinx on her. Lady Cats down by 3, 36-33. Here's Robb with a 3, and that's off, no good. Good rebound by Lewis, and gets it over to Kenzie Willis. Willis driving down the court in a big hurry. Willis, and now a blocking foul on Liberty Eylau as they tried to get, Willis was bumping into the player, and they said Liberty Eylau was guilty of the block. Beginning to try to get chippy here. I think that was on Hurd. That's her first. Her teammates grabbed Hurd and made sure that she stayed out of harm's way in any kind of, losing a temper or anything like that. So good job by the teammates to make sure that after some excitable stuff. Here's Lewis with a shot is good on the inbound pass, about a 15-footer. Lewis has 17 points. Lady Cats down by 1, 36-35. Hurd with the ball. Back outside to Howard. And back to Hurd. She'll launch the long three. It's good by Hurd. Boy, what a nice-looking freshman. She's got 10 points. Lady Cats down by 4 now, 39-35. Willis with the ball. Willis works against Howard. Does a spinorama. In, puts up the shot, hit it off the glass and drew the foul. Willis the basket. Willis has 5. And the foul is on Howard. That's the first that I show against Howard, but again, I've got missing fouls. And Coach Watson now talking with the official wanted to know why that was a foul. Kenzie Willis free throw here, and it's good. 3-point to play the old-fashioned way. 6 points for Willis. Lady Cats trail by 1, 39-38. 2:27 left here in the third quarter. Ball comes inside. Sanders drives in. Ball knocked on the floor. Oh, beautiful play. Nyla Lindley gets it out to Breasia Ivory. Ivory lost control of the ball, though, and is picked up by Liberty Eylau. Here they come in a big hurry. Howard driving layup. Good. Boy, they just can't stop that speed. And Liberty Eylau with a 3-point lead, 41-38. 2:02 left in the third quarter. Willis with the ball. Willis against Howard. Drives to the free throw line. Stops and pops off the front iron. No good. Rebound Liberty Eylau. And here they come again to Howard. Howard streams in, puts up the shot, left it short. And the rebound comes down to Willis. Willis will run. And she weaves her way down the court, gets it over to Womack. Down to Willis. A shot by Lewis, missed, and she got her rebound and got it back to Womack over to Willis. Lady Cats trail 41-38, 1:25 left in the third quarter. Willis will go around the Lewis screen into the corner. Womack's shot partially blocked and knocked out of bounds by the Lady Cats. Willis was trying to knock it back over to Womack, but Womack had come in toward the ball, so that ended up going out of bounds. So turnover on the Lady Cats and back to Liberty Eylau. LE leads 41-38, 1:15 left in the third quarter, and a whistle blows. They are going to stop play here. One of the officials was not ready, so they'll make them re-inbound. And the ball comes back in, and here comes LE now, leading 41-38, 1:12 left here in the third quarter. And around the perimeter to Robb. Cross court pass to Crabtree. Back outside to Howard. Howard works it over to Sanders. Back to Crabtree. Cross court to Robb. She backs outside the arc and gets it over to Howard. Looks like they're looking for a last shot here. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cross court again to Crabtree. Drives in, puts up the shot, missed. Good rebound by Lewis. And they called her for a traveling violation. My goodness, I did not see that. But the official did, and he's right on top of it. So a turnover on the Lady Cats. 41.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Lady Cats trailing 41-38. Good inbound pass, but the missed shot on the short-range jumper. The Lady Cats get the rebound into the hands of Willis. Willis lets the traffic flow by. She's almost out to midcourt. Now starts the dribble. Goes around the screen. Got it over to Kate Womack. Womack drives in. 10-footer is off. Good rebound. Lewis. Follow shot. No good. Tipped out and now knocked into the backcourt. Liberty Eylau wins the race to the ball. Player drives in. Put up the shot. Missed it. Nyla Lindley went for the rebound, and then I think a rebounding foul called on Liberty Eylau. And yes, that's the way they will call that one. So back to the Lady Cats, 14.7. All that's left here in the third quarter. Lady Cats down by 3, 41-38. Into the hands of Kate Womack. Back to Willis. 14 seconds, and a whistle blows. Timeout, I think. Well, they're gonna re-throw it in, but meanwhile, the Lady Cats lost 1.7. Wait a minute. Now they're waiting for a Ladycat. Oh, they lost even more time than that. They lost almost 2 seconds for that reset, whatever that called. 7 seconds, they've got to hurry. Long pass down to Nyla Lindley and threw it down toward Lewis, the ball on the floor, and no shot will be, they couldn't get off a shot. They found Lewis too late, and Liberty Eylau was able to jump in there and come up the works and bring the ball down on the floor. So we played 3. Liberty Eylau now leads by the score of 41-38. They scored 14 points in that quarter, and the Ladycats only scored 10. So Liberty Eylau by 3, 41-38. Let's take a break here. We'll come back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this. And team's still in the huddle. They're kind of slow to come out here. Give me a chance to add up my book. 6, 12, 17, 34, 38. So it does come out to Liberty Eylau 41 and the Ladycats 38. Leading scorer for the Ladycats, Lewis with 17. Liberty Eylau has 3 players in double figures. They've got Howard with 11, Hurd with 10, and Meadows with 10. So the trifecta there, 3 double figure scores. As we head into the fourth quarter, the ball in the hands of Briasia Ivory, and she will dribble across the midline. Ladycats down by 3. Stops the dribble. Oh, and the ball is stolen. And Bree, I'm not sure. She looked like she was ready to pass and then was trying to change her mind, and it just kind of came out of there. And then, so anyway, a violation called on the Ladycats. Back to LE. Ball in the hands of Howard. They lead 41-38. Their only loss this year, a very 2 or 3 point loss to Texas High. That had to really sting. That's a big rival of theirs, I'm sure. A bigger school, but that even makes them want to win more. Ball in the hands of Howard. We'll see Texas High later this year in district play. As Liberty Eylau kind of almost taking a little air out of the ball here with a 3 point lead. Robb has it outside. I usually consider this the kiss of death. Teams have a hard time killing time, but then they broke out of that and created offense, and Howard took a shot and she was fouled and will shoot 2 shots. Howard is one of those, she's the leading scorer for Liberty Eylau with 11. And her first free throw good. And a good free throw shooter. Liberty Eylau 4 point lead now, 42-38. 7:10 left in the fourth quarter. Another free throw on the way. Got both of them. Good free throwing by Howard, who now has 13 points. Ladycats down by 5, 43-38. And again being pressed in the backcourt. Ivory gets it over to Willis. Willis back toward Ivory, and it got thrown away. As they threw toward Ivory, and she was moving down the court, so it came in back behind her. She tried to save it, but too late. So turnover on the Ladycats. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Liberty Eylau leading the Ladycats 43-38. Howard outside. Howard on the dribble, being guarded by Willis. Howard penetrates in, kicks it. Here's a 10-footer on the way. It's off, no good. And fight for the rebound, and still scrambling for the ball, and stolen by Liberty Eylau. Robb drives in, missed the shot, but will pick up a foul. Boy, Liberty Eylau really getting to the loose balls. Kind of winning that battle today. 2 shots coming for Robb. As Liberty Eylau with a 5 point lead and a chance to tack on some more here. Robb has 6 points, has 1 free throw. This one on the way, Swish. Her 7th point. 6 point lead, Liberty Eylau. Again, the Ladycats have not scored. LE has 3 in the quarter. Took a 3 point lead and made 6 out of it. And Robb's next free throw off, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's tipped out. Kate Womack comes down with it, throws it down the court, and looks like it went off of a Liberty Eylau player out of bounds, so it'll go back toward the Lady Cats, or to the Lady Cats. Wait a minute. Oh, that was, player was heading into the bench. I thought she was heading over there to throw the ball in. Thought I'd call that wrong, but the Lady Cats have it. They triggered into Asia Ivory. She goes across the midline, working, driving, and stolen by Liberty Eylau. It comes down to Hurd. Hurd passes off to Howard. 6:18 left here in the fourth quarter. And Lady Cats are down 44-38. And they've had a hard time getting a shot here in this fourth quarter. Liberty Eylau not exactly burning them up, but they've made 3 points. And their lead now 6. Here's a 12-footer on the way. Misses, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's down on the floor, picked up by Lewis. Gets it over to Willis, down to Nyla Lindley ahead of the field. Misses the layup, and the ball tipped out of bounds by the Lady Cats. Oh, my. Now, that is a missed opportunity right there. Somehow, some way, you expect points out of that, and did not get it. So the lead remains at 6 at 44-38. And here come the Lady Leopards. Aaliyah Howard. And Howard penetrates in, puts the shot off the glass, missed it, no good. Willis with a rebound. 5:36 left in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats trail 44-38. Willis across the midline on the dribble, throws the ball, intercepted by L.E. Another turnover on the Lady Cats. Ball in the hands of Norris, and gets it back to Howard. Howard holding the ball outside again, not in any particular hurry. They've got 5:16 counting, and they're up by 6. Ball in the hands of Hurd. Lewis chasing her, punches the ball loose into the backcourt, and Robb goes back and gets it and comes across the midline, and timeout taken by Coach Watson of Liberty Eylau. 5:01 left in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats trail Liberty Eylau by the score 44-38. Let's take a break, back in a moment. And back to play now, 5:01 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Liberty Eylau 44, Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs 38. L.E. has the ball, and Hurd will throw it in. Really nice looking freshman. 10 points in the ball game, looks very athletic, and again, that's not unusual for Liberty Eylau. They are known to have athletes. They just, probably almost every sport. Ball comes back to Hurd. And now this definitely looks like a really slow down here. Got the ball in the hands of Howard. Guarded by Breasia Ivory. Howard drives in, drives out. Continues to dribble and hands off to Hurd. Hurd guarded by Lewis. And back to Howard. They're definitely draining the clock a little bit right now. Back to Robb. And Robb hands it back to Howard. And Howard on the dribble. Oh, she dribbled it off her foot. And got called for a double dribble as she went back to pick up the ball. And a turnover. And that's why I do not prescribe running out the clock. It's hard for these teams to do that for a consistently long period of time without creating a turnover. Willis across the midline, goes around the screen. Willis into the lane, bounce pass to Lewis, and she laid it up and in. Beautiful assist by Kenzie Willis, and the Lady Cats down 44-40 now with 4:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Ball in the hands of Norris. And now it's almost stolen by Lewis, but picked up by Howard. And Lewis went by and swiped at the ball, and they're going to get her for a foul. That's at least 3 on Lewis. There's just 3:55 left. Now, of course, mine are unofficial fouls here. We don't get, I'll just say this once tonight, we don't get players and fouls here from the scoreboard, so it's have to depend on my book. Here's a throw in. It's a bad pass and almost stolen by Willis, and they'll say it last touched by Liberty Eylau, so the Lady Cats get a turnover. Liberty Eylau 44, the Lady Cats 40, with 3:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Kate Womack to throw in for the Lady Cats. Kate Gets it Nyla Lindley from the free throw line. Off, no good. And the rebound is taken by LE, and then a jump ball as I think Nyla Lindley got in there and forced the jump ball, but the possession arrow does go to Liberty Eylau. LE by 4, 44-40 with 3:46 left here in the fourth quarter. And timeout taken on the court. 3:46 left in the fourth quarter. Liberty Eylau 44, the Lady Cats 40. We'll take the break with them, and we'll be back in a moment. And just about back. Team's just now getting honked out of the huddle by the scorer's table. And Liberty Eylau making the most of that 30-second spot there. But here they come. And they have possession of the ball. 3:46 left here in the fourth quarter, and Liberty Eylau up 44-40. Hurd will throw the ball in. And Liberty Eylau has it in the backcourt. Let's see if they go for the long touchdown or just throw it in to Robb. She spins and goes across the midline and got it over to a teammate. That was Meadows, and now back out to Howard. 3:38 left here in the fourth quarter. 4-point LE lead. And Meadows, and then back to Howard. And she works it over to Norris, to Robb outside the arc. And she'll bounce it back to Howard. And Howard drives in. Looked like a Euro step or something there, and they called her for an extra step. So a traveling violation on LE. Crabtree checks in, Robb checks out. Kate Womack to throw in and triggers it in to Lewis and back to Womack. Still pressure in the backcourt. Pass down to Lindley across court. It's tipped and knocked out of bounds by the Lady Cats. Looked like a pass between a couple of young ladies, and anyway, knocked out of bounds by the Lady Cats on the turnover. Lady Cats trail 44-40. 3:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Howard penetrates, passes off. They don't take that short jumper. Back outside to Robb, trying to kill more of the clock. Into the corner it goes Hurd. Norris passed across, the ball was tipped, but right to an LE player, missed the layup. Fight for the rebound, and really jumping jacks in there trying to get it, and then LE player is going to be called for a foul and all that scrum in that mess in there with players jumping up and down. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Looks like it might have been Meadows. She doesn't appear to be in any kind of foul trouble. Nyla Lindley will try to trim the lead to 2 points here with a couple of free throws. Nyla has 4 in the game. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. This free throw is good. Nothing but net. Lady Cats down by 3, 44-41. Nyla with another free throw coming. This one on the way. Got it. Boy, nice free throw shooting. 2-point Liberty Eylau lead. 44-42. 2:44 left here in the fourth quarter. Crunch time. And here's Howard driving in. Lays it up to hit the bottom of the backboard. Fielded by Wall. Long pass down to Lewis. Lewis ahead of the field. Hit the layup. We're tied. Serenity Lewis, 21 points. And we're tied at 44. 2:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Hurd behind the arc. Gives back to Howard. She penetrates in. Passed over to a teammate. Laid up and missed. Fight for the rebound. Lindley got it. I think she was tied up, or let's see, a tie-up or a foul. And looks like the call will be a foul. I think that was on Hurd. And that will send Lindley to the free throw line. The Lady Cats are in the bonus. They only have 4 fouls, the Lady Cats do, but LE has 8 in this half. And so that's 1+1 for Nyla Lindley. Hit her last 2 and has a chance to give the Lady Cats the lead. This is 1+1, nothing guaranteed, and it's going to come up short. And that'll send it to Liberty Eylau on the sideline. A missed free throw. Still tied 44-44, 2:12 left here in the fourth quarter. Wall and Willis, Womack, Lewis, and Lindley. Here's an inbound pass. Comes in to Meadows and then back to Howard. Down low to a player waiting for it. Oh, it got away from her. It's down on the floor, and they scrapped for it. And a traveling violation on Liberty Eylau. Send the ball back to the Lady Cats. Oh, Robb is slow to get off the floor, so they're going to have to see how she's doing. I have an injury timeout here. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. The injured player back on her feet now. That's Robb. As on that loose ball, she hit the floor pretty hard there. And she's got training staff. They're giving her a drink of water and that sort of thing, just as a precaution here. And they will a trainer over there in the gym here. One of the Lady Cats trainers will be staying with her to make sure she's A-OK. And now the Lady Cats with the ball in the backcourt. 2:02 left here in the fourth quarter, and we're tied 44-44. Wall in the backcourt and threw it away. Sailed over Kinsey Willis. And back to LE now with 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. So the pressure on the press producing the turnover for Liberty Eylau. Now the ball in the hands of Howard. Penetrates in. Dish off. His shot put up. Missed. They're going to have to work on those shots. They're getting some good assists and just unable to put the ball in the bucket from point-blank range. I think Hurd has made a couple of those, but they've had some players miss. Ball back to the Lady Cats after the missed shot. We're tied at 44. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Across the midline for the Lady Cats. Wall gives it to Womack. Over to Lewis. Back outside Wall. Wall drives free throw line. Kate Womack thought about the three, and then that quick first step that gets called so many times I would say on girls, but it's not always. I've seen some guys call for that too, but it's predominantly that quick takeoff. Now the ball back to Liberty Eylau. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 44. Ball in the hands of Howard. Howard dribbling one way and then the other, being dogged by Wall. And she stays outside, continues to dribble. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Hurd drives the ball down to the free throw line. Toward the basket, tip, almost stolen by Willis. A scramble for the ball, and may have been a foul called on the play. And it's on Kinsey Willis on the ball, scramble for the ball. That's her third at least. Not a popular call among the home fans, as you can well imagine. A non-shooting foul. That's only the fifth for the Lady Cats. So they're still two away from the bonus. 57.7. Oh my. Oh my. The ball was thrown in. One of the Lady Cats went for a steal and kind of wrapped her hand around the head of the Liberty Eylau player, and she hit the deck pretty hard. Timeout taken. 57.7 left here in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 44. Let's take a break. Back in a moment. Fourth quarter, just 57.7 seconds remaining in the game, and we're tied 44-44 here from the main gym on the campus of Sulphur Springs High School. And that was indeed another foul, but it again just brings the Lady Cats to 6. So one more foul and they will send Liberty Eylau to the line. The Lady Cats are already in the bonus. It's just the single bonus right now with 8 fouls for Liberty Eylau, 2 more, and that will be a double bonus, but that's a long way down the road. Ball in the hands of Howard as we're tied in the last 53 seconds. Howard penetrates in, puts the shot up, missed it, left it short. Rebound Liberty Eylau. Follow shot no good, and a good rebound there by Nyla Lindley. Good outlet to Kinsey Willis. 47 seconds left. Willis across the midline, drives toward the bucket, stops and pops. Off, no good. Rebound Liberty Eylau. Here they come in a big hurry This is Howard steaming down the court. Shot missed on the layup. Lewis got the rebound. 25 seconds left. Here come the Lady Cats. They go across the midline, and timeout taken by Coach Brittany Tisdale. The Lady Cats have the ball with 21.9 seconds left in the ball game in a 44-44 tie. We'll take this break with them and be back in a moment. Tied up here in the fourth quarter. Fours are wild. And if you look on the scoreboard on poker hand, it's 44-44 in the fourth quarter. 21.9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats have the ball as Coach Tisdale called timeout to outline a play. And the Lady Cats, not sure where they look like I think they'll inbound on the far side. All the Lady Cats went to the other side, but now they're heading back toward the side of the scorer's table, or right in front of the scorer's table, where Kenzie Willis will trigger it in as we start the last 21.9. Willis triggers in to Womack. Back to Willis, 18 seconds, all that's left. Willis on the drive, goes around a Lindley screen, drives into the lane. The floater is blocked. Liberty Eylau, a long pass down to Crabtree. She lays it up and missed the layup, but a follow shot, no good, and it goes out of bounds with 2.7 seconds left, and Liberty Eylau gets the ball. So they will have a chance for the last shot. Boy, they've got to be careful that the ball's not inbounded right underneath. And timeout taken by Aquanetta Watson of Liberty Eylau. 2.7 seconds, all that's left in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats 44, Liberty Eylau 44. And we'll be back in a moment. It's been a defensive struggle here in the fourth quarter. The Lady Cats have outscored Liberty Eylau 6-3 as we went into this quarter. LE leading 41-38, and now we're tied at 44, but the offense is at a premium. In fact, we've had only 2 baskets here in the fourth quarter, and both of those belong to Serenity Lewis for the Lady Cats. But right now, Liberty Eilau's got the ball, and they've got just a little over 2 seconds. So, boy, the Lady Cats have got to slam the door on anything that's thrown into the lane. You can't allow that inbound pass to happen there, because that, I mean, if you get beat by an outside shot, you get beat by an outside shot, and Liberty Eylau has shown some ability to hit those outside shots. But you've got to make them put one up from long range and not, have some body. And Rob is back. Isn't that good to see her, that young lady, after she was shaken up a little bit, but she's back in there right now for the inbound pass. And let's see where they go with the ball. They can't get it in. Oh, they do lob into the lane. The shot put up, missed. Fight for the rebound, and we're going into overtime. Oh, boy, they got the ball in there. The shot did not fall by Liberty Eylau. I think that shot was taken there by Meadows. It just would not go in, and we're heading to overtime. So we've played 4 quarters and decided nothing yet. As we look forward to overtime as we're tied 44-44, and we'll be back with our overtime right after this break. Kate Womack jumping center now with Meadows of Liberty Eylau. So just like the beginning of the game, this is a 4-minute overtime. And we're tied 44-44. The ball in the air. This time Liberty Eylau got the tap. Rob brings it across the midline. Well, we head into overtime here. This is our first overtime of this season. There's a player, Howard, driving in, put up the shot, and it went in. 2 points for Howard. And Liberty Eylau leads 46-44, and they're pressing in the backcourt. Willis over to Wall. Wall begins a dribble. Long pass, Nala Lindley throws it to Lewis. Good catch, and she laid it in and got fouled. Third on the foul. That's her third. And Lewis hit the bucket. That was a beautiful assist by the Lady Cats. Nice pass. And Lewis hit it. And we're tied at 46. So Serenity Lewis, a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. This one's up and no good. Rebound by Kenzie Willis. Follow shot is off and no good. Rebound Liberty Eylau. they did not give the Lady Cats the 2 points. I don't understand that. Well, actually, they gave Liberty Eylau 2, and they haven't scored yet. So it should be a 2-point Lady Cats lead. No, wait, no, I take that back. Both teams have a basket. I apologize to the keeper of the scoreboard. She's absolutely right. I zoned out there. We're tied at 46. Ball comes back to Howard. And here comes Liberty Eylau. Just over 3 to play here in the overtime. Robb took a shot, and she will get 2 foul shots after the foul on the Lady Cats. Impossible to tell what the official is showing the numbers. That I think that could have been Willis. It looked like a 10, but she's 20, and so that was probably. Here's Robb with the free throws here, a chance to put LE in the lead. Shown some good free throw shooting, in and out, no good. Rebound by Lewis. Lewis to Willis. Tied at 46. 3 minutes left to play here in the overtime. Wall gets it to Womack. They tried to get it back to Lewis again, tipped out of bounds. LE. Kate Womack now will throw in for the Lady Cats. We're tied at 46. 2:51 left here in the overtime. Each team a bucket. And Kate lobs it into Nyla Lindley, tipped and stolen by LE. Here's Crabtree driving down the court, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Lady Cats. It'll go back to Liberty Eylau. 2:46 left here in the fourth quarter, and we're tied 46-46. Both teams with 1 basket here in overtime. Robb triggers it over Crabtree. The 3, it's good. She swished it home. Her first basket of the day, and what a big one. And Liberty Eylau with a 3-point lead at 49-46. Wall gets it into Kate Womack. Womack is stolen by Liberty Eylau. Howard driving toward the bucket, laid it up and hit it. So Liberty Eylau streaking out to a 5-point lead now, 51-46. They get it over to Willis. She's across the midline. Lady Cats down by 5 with 2:12 left here in overtime. Stolen by Liberty Eylau. Crabtree again. Down the court she goes. Puts up the shot, missed it, but she'll draw the foul from Wall. The Lady Cats having some trouble handling the ball here in overtime. And Liberty Eylau more than willing to take advantage. And free throws for Crabtree, who hit that huge 3. This one's off the front iron. Missed the free throw, but boy, drained the 3. And that's a big part of the difference right now. And LA followed with a layup to move the lead to 5. Crabtree, another free throw. This one is up and good. And timeout taken by Coach Tisdale. 2:04 left here in the overtime period. Liberty Eylau 52 and the Lady Cats 46. Let's take a break and we'll be back in a moment. Liberty Eylau 52 and the Lady Cats 46. We're in overtime. And both teams still have a few more seconds left in the timeout here. As LE has really charged out. They got a big 3. They've had several steals. Lady Cats have managed only 2 points, and it's been a while. Liberty Eylau scored 6 straight after it was tied 46-46. And Kate Womack to throw in. Liberty Eylau pressing all over the court and stolen by Liberty Eylau. And back to Howard. Boy, that's the story of this overtime right there, is stealing the ball and turnovers by the Lady Cats. Lewis went for a steal, and a technical foul is called, I think, on one of the Liberty Eylau players. She got fouled hard, but I guess they're asking the official now who who the foul was, or who the technical was on, and so they're sorting all that. Lewis picked up the foul. I'll show her fouled out. And then a technical foul on Texas High. And so I would assume that means foul shots both ways. First of all, this is should be, I believe, 1+1 for Norris. Tamara Norris, who has 4 points in the game. Chance to add a couple more here. Norris free throw on the way, off, no good. To get another. I assume after that, Lady Cats will shoot some technical fouls. Well, that was 1+1, so now Kenzie Willis will shoot the techs. Usually, for a technical foul, it's usually a couple of foul shots. Yeah, there's the 2 fingers. Willis has 6 in the ball game. And free throw on the way is off the front iron to get another. Kenzie has had a couple of baskets today and a couple of free throws. She has 6 points. This one on the way is good. Got that one. And cuts the lead to 5. And it's the ball to the Lady Cats then, trailing 52-47. 1:54 left here in the overtime. Wall throws it in to Breasia Ivory and back to Kenzie Willis. Less than 2 minutes to play. The Lady Cats down by 5 in overtime. Over to Addison Wall. Gets it over to Breasia Ivory. Ivory looking inside. Throws to Kate Womack. Or no, to Wall, excuse me. Wall gets it over Breasia Ivory. 1:35 left in the overtime. Ball to Kenzie Willis. 1:28 left in overtime. Willis over to Nyla Lindley. Over to Wall. Lady Cats need a shot quickly here. They're down by 5 points. Back to Wall. Bounce pass Nyla Lindley. Looked inside. Back to Wall. Wall penetrates in. Drives all the way across. 1:09 all that's left here in the overtime. Willis to Breasia Ivory. 59 seconds. The Lady Cats have burned a whole minute off the clock here and had a tough time formulating a shot. 57.4 seconds remaining in overtime, and Liberty Eylau leads 52-47. Let's take a break. Back in a moment. Well, we have 57.4 seconds remaining here in overtime, and Liberty Eylau has a 5-point lead at 52-47. And the Lady Cats have the ball, but they really struggled. They burned up what seemed like at least a minute of clock trying to find an open spot or open shot, and had a terrible time. Breasia Ivory on the dribble over to Kenzie Willis. Willis drives in and now drives out. Back to Wall. Long three. No good. From Nyla Lindley, the rebound, but scraped away by Robb, and the steal by Liberty Eylau. And that's been the story of this fourth quarter. LE defense. Steals and turnovers. Liberty Eylau, 27 seconds, 5-point lead. Howard now is fouled by Kate Womack. It's about what you can do there. You just don't have much choice. There's 23.6 seconds remaining. Kate frustrated, but my goodness, that's about your only option there. They were going to just keep dribbling out the clock. Howard at the free throw line, and both teams now have landed in the double bonus. Here's the free throw off, no good by Howard. She'll get another. She's got 4 in the overtime. She's had 2 baskets. So she's been a big part of that. 4 also for Crabtree, and they've had most of the steals. Got the second free throw, 6-point lead now. 23.6 left in the ball game. Lady Cats down by 6. Lady Cats beat the press. Kate Womack, the 3, it's good. A 2-point basket. Well, that put that nail in the coffin, if it wasn't anyway. And I believe that trimmed the lead to 4 points. but the scoreboard still has 6. We've got a little bit of chaos here. I think it's a 4-point lead. Let's see, 2.5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's looks like okay, now they've got it right. 53 for Liberty Eylau and 49 for the Lady Cats. It was 54-48 or something, so like 1 point went the wrong way. But it has been rectified, so a 4-point Liberty Eylau lead with 14 seconds left to play. Here's a bad inbound pass, but Liberty Eylau chases it down and then draws a foul in the backcourt. That loose ball was about the only hope the Lady Cats had, and it was, what do they say, your odds are slim and none, and slim just left town. We're down to 10.7 seconds. And free throw shooting now for Liberty Eylau. This will be Decoria Meadows with 2 shots. Meadows has 10 in the ball game. Here's the free throw on the way. It's good. Put the lead back up to 5 points. I haven't figured out the 5-point play yet. With 10.7 seconds. Second free throw rattles but goes home. And a 6-point lead and timeout taken, Coach Tisdale. 10.7 seconds remaining. That'll move the ball, I believe. It may not move it. This is not the NBA. 10.7 seconds remaining, fourth quarter, or actually in overtime. And Liberty Eylau leads 55-49. Back in a moment. And we are nearing the end of this ball game. It'd be nigh impossible. I mean, even a TV movie made for TV where, you know, the team you want to win always wins. If they were making this, they couldn't figure out a way to score 6 points in 10.7 seconds. And you got the whole length of the court to go, and that's against a full court press that has been terrorizing you all through the fourth quarter with causing turnovers. Well, now Liberty Eylau, their foul situation may be such as they may just want to hang back and just try not to foul. You may give up a driving layup or something, but it would take a long, probably 5 or 6 seconds just to go from one end of the court to the other. Now Liberty Eylau now sets that defense in as they really get back there. Ball comes in to Willis. We're in the last 10 seconds. Willis across the midline. Goes around a screen. Stops. The three-point shot partially blocked. Picked up by Liberty Eylau as the horn goes off. And LE will win this one in the Lady Cats gym. And our final score, Liberty Eylau 55. They scored 11 points in the overtime period. Quite impressive. The Lady Cats managed only 5. And Liberty Eylau wins this by the score of 55-49. LE will move to 4-1 for the season after this win. And they're off to a really nice start. Their only loss again to Texas High, a bigger school, and it was just 2 or 3 points. Very close game. Lady Cats will move to 3-5 now on the record. And let's see what is next up for them. Actually, they have a game after Thanksgiving next Tuesday, and it'll be a road game, and they will travel to Terrell to play the Terrell Lady Tigers. I have no idea what they've got this year, but so that'll be an away game with JV at 5 o'clock and then the varsity at 6:15. So Liberty Eylau wins this. We'll add up the scoring. We'll tell you who scored what, and we'll do that right after we take this break. Back with the final scoring totals right after this. And let's give you the final scoring figures on this Lady Cats overtime loss to Liberty Eylau by the score of 55-49. Liberty Eilau's top scorer was their nice 5'6" senior point guard, Aaliyah Howard. She scored 18 points to lead Liberty Eylau. Next for them is Decoria Meadows. She scored 12. 10 points for Maya Hurd. So 3 scores in double figures for Liberty Eylau. And outside of that, Tanner Robb, a 5'6" senior, had 7 points. And then 4 points for Tamara Norris and 4 points for Kayla Crabtree. And Kayla Crabtree was huge in the overtime. She hit the big 3 that broke the tie and ended up with 4 points. And the other 5 were scored by Leah Howard. Oh, also 2 by Decoria Meadows from the free throw line. So for that 11-5 advantage in overtime for the win. The leading scorer for the entire ball game was Serenity Lewis. She scored 23 points. If you want to lead the Lady Cats lately in point scoring, 23 is the number. That's what Wall had on Friday night against Paris. But 23 for Serenity Lewis, an excellent ball game for her. After that, Kinsey Willis had 7. Kate Womack had 7. 6 points for Nyla Lindley. 4 points for Addison Wall and 2 points for Breasia Ivory. That's the scoring for the Lady Cats. LE led 13-11 after the first quarter. The Lady Cats led at the half, 28-27. LE went back up by 3 after 3 quarters, 41-38, and the game ended in a flat-footed tie at 44-44. But then LE won the overtime, 11-5. And that's going to wrap it up here. The Lady Cats lose at home here on Thanksgiving week, but still a lot to be thankful for out there. And the Lady Cats, again, will be taking, they may have some practices later this week, but as far as games are concerned, they are off until Tuesday week, and they will be in Terrell on the road. Wildcats will be playing tomorrow. That'll be Tuesday in the afternoon, a 1 o'clock schedule start, but it'll be the 3rd game, so it could slip a little bit. But they're playing Byron Nelson, a really good 6A team, over in Trophy Club. And after that, for the Wildcats, they will play the Saturday after Thanksgiving in a Duncanville showcase. And they're playing a team from Louisiana that is really supposed to be outrageously good. So once again, Clark Cipolletta deciding the borders of Texas are not big enough when he wants to challenge everybody. So he's taking on the state of Louisiana now on Saturday as part of that showcase. But he's got Byron Nelson, first of all, tomorrow. So that pretty well wraps it up. Once again, Liberty Eylau. Well, let me first thank the crew here. James Terry running spots back at the station. Again, thanks to Liberty Eylau for allowing the live stream. I hope some of them back in Texarkana saw it. And also think this game will be posted to YouTube. So glad that they allowed that to happen as well. James Terry, spots back at the station. Doug Haston, the video for replay not only on YouTube but also on our cable channel 18 on Suddenlink cable. I'm Don Julian with your play-by-play. Once again, our final from the main gym on the campus of Sulphur Springs High School on this Monday during Thanksgiving week. Liberty Eylau 55 and the Lady Cats 49. Thank you for joining us today, and so long, everybody.
Thank you, Don. You've been listening to Lady Cats basketball on KSST 1230 AM, Sulphur Springs, Texas. Back to Good Time Oldies after this message from UIL.
Take it into overtime and then just didn't turn your way.
Yeah, we had a lot of little mistakes, young mistakes. We are playing crucial minutes and overtimes with freshmen. So those little mistakes, I told them, we'll fix those. And next year we're coming for all these teams because we're going to fix those little freshman mistakes, taking shots when it's not the right time to take that shot. And that little stuff and those little passes under pressure when they get nervous, we'll fix all that stuff. So they played great. They played so hard. I knew this team was going to be super good when we were going into this game. I put them on the schedule because they are so athletic. They're so fast. They're so much like Texas High. And so it's a great game for us to play. And mine kept playing and, stuff wasn't going our way. Calls weren't going our way. Shots weren't going our way. And mine just kept playing, kept pushing, kept fighting. So it's a tough loss. It sucks, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, they really faced that full court pressure just the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of hurt them in overtime, but
Yeah.
For the most part, the other quarters, they came through it pretty well.
Yeah, they did. We got under that pressure and that overtime pressure, and we kind of caved a little bit, but they did a really good job of never giving in, never putting their head down and counting themselves out. You know, we kept fighting, and so I'm proud of them for that.
Serenity Lewis, 23 points. She had a great game today.
She did great. I mean, and so that hurt us too, her fouling out. You know, we need her energy, we need her emotion in the game. She gets everybody hyped up, so that hurt us, but she played an outstanding game tonight.
Anybody else that kind of leaped out at you? You had several out there.
Yeah, now team-wise, I feel like we did a good job of, even though no one minus Serenity was just a standout, like really helping each other out, because under that pressure we were struggling. So like Kate Womack, at one point when Kinsey got in foul trouble, I had Kate Womack running the one, which is not her normal job on varsity, and so she did a great job stepping up for us and helping us out. Bree gave us some good minutes when we got in foul trouble. She came in and really helped us out defensively and you know, having to kind of help with the ball, bring the ball down too. So a really good team effort going, you know, making that go to overtime.
You got a color commentator with you today.
Oh yeah, you know, he's into it, so I know he gets focused in the game watching it. He likes it, so that's a good sign for me.
Good fan. Now Terrell coming up Tuesday week.
Yes, it's another athletic team. They'll be fast. You know, I'm sure they'll try to press us too, so that's okay. I like it. I think it gets us ready for district, and we need that pressure, obviously, because we need to learn how to stay calm under it. So they'll be super athletic and super fast as well.
Rome wasn't built in a day. You just step by step. Right?
Yeah, we're working. We're getting better all the time, so we'll get there.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.